Three election-bound states, but binding them is the thread of religion and caste identities. I want to start with the state of Uttar Pradesh and take you through the data first. Remember, seats 403. BJP currently rules with 312, Congress only at 7. Samajwadi Party and BSP will also be aiming high. But what is important to mention here is, despite a thumping majority, the Bharatiya Janata Party, while claiming everything is in control, are definitely agitating and using certain references. That is the Abba Jan comment by Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath that has been making the waves. Let's now take you through that fresh controversy. Religion, not real issues in Uttar Pradesh. What has happened is that the Uttar Pradesh BJP unit has taken out and released a cartoon. It's polarization politics in poll-bound Uttar Pradesh. The Abba Jan comment clearly is still echoing throughout the politics in Uttar Pradesh. The cartoon here echoes the words of Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, remember, who had used the term Abba Jan about those who used to get rations selectively in erstwhile governments, referring specifically, it appeared, to Samajwadi Party and even the BSP. Now, this remark, remember, were also made to take pot shots, but AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi has also now replied and has taken and has slammed the Yogi Adityanath government. It has clearly divided different sections. On one hand, as you can see in the cartoon, with the labels that came for the poor as opposed to the label that has been given as it shows to one community. So the cartoon has now ticked off another political bomb. Owaisi has hit back, saying such anti-Muslim cartoons reflect the Saffron Party's hatred toward the Muslim community. So what is that cartoon? The cartoon specifically shows, it appears, that on one hand, only a section of a religious community members and with erstwhile politicians were getting ration under the bed, all of it together, only with one community. However, with Yogi Adityanath's government, that ration is being given to one and all, especially to poor across religion and caste lines.
राशन मिल रहा होगा ना, आप लोगों को राशन मिल रहा है राशन। क्या ये राशन 2017 के पहले भी मिलता था? क्योंकि तब तो अब्बा जान कहने वाले राशन हजम कर जाते थे। तब कुशीनगर का राशन नेपाल पहुंच जाता था, बांग्लादेश पहुंच जाता था। और आज कोई इन गरीबों का राशन निकलेगा तो राशन तो नहीं निकल पाएगा, लेकिन जेल जरूर चला जाएगा।
यूपी की अगर बात की जाए तो राकेश टिकैत ने आपको चचा जान कहा कि बीजेपी के चचा जान है आप।
नहीं, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, मगर ये एक बात सच्चाई है कि मुसलमानों के ताल्लुक से इस तरह की बातें ये लोग जुमले इस्तेमाल करते हैं, सिर्फ मुसलमानों के बारे में, चाहे वो उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री हों या ये मौसूफ हों। तो इससे इनका एक मानसिकता या इनका मेंटल माइंडसेट मालूम होता है, जिसमें मुसलमानों के ताल्लुक से नफरत भरी हुई है, हेट्रेड भरी हुई है, तो इसीलिए इस तरह की बातें करते हैं।
So that is what happened there in Uttar Pradesh. I want to go across now on the ground. My colleague Samarth Srivastav has been talking to all of these leaders. Samarth, my question for you is, Abba Jan comment may have just appeared to be a coincidence. But if the UP BJP has released this specific cartoon, it was not clearly one of mention. Can we say that for Uttar Pradesh, Abba Jan, other terms that are being used, religion has definitely taken center stage for upcoming elections? How is this being seen on the ground?
Well, obviously, Abba Jan continues to dominate the politics of Uttar Pradesh, and it won't be wrong that religion has actually taken a center stage in the politics of UP, be it BJP, be it Samajwadi Party or Asaduddin Owaisi. Every party is using this particular weapon to gain more and more vote and to make their outreach among the public on the name of caste. Suppose we talk about BJP. They have cleared their intentions that they are yet again going for the Hindutva mode. They are very clear they don't want the remaining vote percent of minorities. They are very clear with their thoughts. They are doing yatras, they are doing Prabhuth Sammelans, they are giving such statements like Abba Jan. So it's a clear message from Bharatiya Janata Party, from the Saffron Party, that they will yet again rely on the majority vote. While if you talk about Samajwadi Party, which is always dependent on MY factors, this time they have taken a larger perspective. Mulayam Singh Yadav was the person who introduced the MY factor, after which actually proved a great stone for the Samajwadi Party, due to which the Yadav factor, the Muslim factor, came in favor of Samajwadi Party. But after the debacle in 2017, now Akhilesh Yadav has come up with different plans. Samajwadi Party is doing Prabodh Sammelan, Samajwadi Party is doing Dalit Samvad programs. So these are the things that parties have changed their mind and are targeting every community.
Very important what you're telling us, Samar, that if the Bharatiya Janata Party is using the Hindu vote bank, there are other parties that are catering to the caste equation as well, and even Akhilesh Yadav of the Samajwadi Party leading on. What you see is the cartoon that has now stirred a big controversy. However, let me now take you to what the Samajwadi Party is up to. Can they make a comeback in Uttar Pradesh? He's the Samajwadi Party chief. He's the former chief minister of Uttar Pradesh, and he has taken on the UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. In this exclusive interview to our National Affairs editor Rahul Srivastav, listen in to what appears to be the strategy of the Samajwadi Party.
आपने कह दिया कि बीजेपी का वैक्सीन है. Why did you say it?
मैं जिस तारीख को मैंने कहा था कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी का वैक्सीन है, उस समय तक किसी वैक्सीन का अप्रूवल नहीं था, और आज तो साबित हो गया है. दुनिया के जितने भी देश हैं जो हमसे ज्यादा संपन्न हैं, हमसे ज्यादा अच्छे हैं, आप उदाहरण उठा लीजिए अमेरिका का. अमेरिका के 2 राष्ट्रपति रहे, क्या किसी भी राष्ट्रपति की वैक्सीन के सर्टिफिकेट पर फोटो है? यूके जो डेमोक्रेसी का एक उदाहरण माना जाता है देश, हमसे कई गुना आगे है, क्या उस देश के प्रधानमंत्री का सर्टिफिकेट पे फोटो है? यूरोप में कोई कंट्री हमें बता दिए जिसमें प्रधानमंत्री का सर्टिफिकेट हो? हमें सवाल प्रधानमंत्री से कोई शिकायत नहीं है, लेकिन हमें शिकायत भारतीय जनता पार्टी से है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी इसको अपनी वैक्सीन बता रही है. हम तो कहते हैं कि भारत का झंडा लगा दो, हम समाजवादी लोग सबसे पहले खड़े दिखाई देंगे और मदद भी करेंगे, लोगों को लाएंगे भी और खुद भी वैक्सीन लगवाएंगे. भारतीय जनता पार्टी से कई बार सवाल पूछने पर भी आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी टॉप 10 क्रिमिनल्स की सूची जारी नहीं कर रही. इसलिए नहीं जारी कर रही क्योंकि आज उत्तर प्रदेश में सबसे ज्यादा अपराधी, सबसे ज्यादा गलत काम करने वाले लोग अगर कहीं बैठे हुए हैं तो वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी में हैं. एक अभी उदाहरण है कि एक एमएलसी को भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने अपने दल में शामिल किया था और किस तरीके से झुक करके उसका सम्मान किया था. बाद में जब शोर हुआ तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने स्वीकार किया कि ये गलत व्यक्ति को पार्टी में ले लिया है, उसे पार्टी से निकालना पड़ा. आज जेलों के अंदर जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के समर्थित माफिया हैं, अपराधी हैं, उनके लिए बड़े बड़े टिफिन में खाना जा रहा है.
You are saying that Yogi Adityanath government is sheltering criminals?
यही नहीं,
उनका बचाव कर रहे हैं.
यही नहीं, फर्जी इनकाउंटर अगर कहीं सबसे ज्यादा हुए तो उत्तर प्रदेश में हुए. कस्टोडियल डेथ उत्तर प्रदेश में हुई.
All right, from Uttar Pradesh, another election-bound state, the state of Punjab. Again, it appears that here not only religion but even caste identity has surfaced as one of the most important deciding factors. And as a voter, you must know what does the number really speak at this point. Let's take a look. 117 seats for the state of Punjab. Bharatiya Janata Party does not really have much of a mandate for now, but the Congress Party, which is in power, Captain Amrinder Singh earlier, now Charanjit Singh Channi now becoming the Chief Minister, followed by Shiromani Akali Dal and the Aam Aadmi Party. Remember, the Akalis and the Aam Aadmi Party will be vying for a higher vote share as well. So while these are the numbers, it is important to remember it's not just real issues. A border state. What else does Punjab have on offer? Remember, an important state not only with respect to the India-Pakistan border, but also importantly what it does have to offer in terms of the background of 1980s, of the terrorism that had prevailed, the drug and narcotic situation, the ammunition, all of that is so significant, and at this point it remains to be seen what really on the ground will be the specific issue. Now, Charanjit Singh Channi is the new Chief Minister of Punjab, but that has not stopped the Congress Party's internal infighting. Take a look at this special report.
संविधान दे प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा अते निष्ठा रखांगा.
the man handpicked by the Gandhis to end Congress Punjab implosion. But Charanjit Singh Channi got a taste of the notorious infighting on the very first day. A massive row erupting after it emerged that the Dalit figure may just be a mask, and the Jat Sikh Sidhu the real face for the Congress party. After this revelation by Sonia Gandhi's aide.
मुख्यमंत्री मंत्रिमंडल के साथ ही सब प्रदेश कांग्रेस कमेटी के नेतृत्व में चुनाव लड़ेंगे, आगे बढ़ेंगे और प्रदेश कांग्रेस कमेटी के अध्यक्ष श्री सिद्धू हैं, जिनकी लोकप्रियता बहुत अधिक है.
The statement immediately sparking a fresh bout of Congress infighting. Former State Chief Sunil Jakhar said the statement reduces Channi to a lame duck Chief Minister who is merely a rubber stamp. Jakhar, who lost out in the Chief Minister race after Congress decided not to go with a Hindu name, openly attacked the top Congress leadership, questioning the rationale of using religion as benchmark for the Chief Minister pick. He called the Congress brass petty-minded, small people in high places for insulting Sikhism's harmony message.
It does seem that you don't seem to be happy with what the High Command has taken a decision on. Is there a problem with Navjot Sidhu as a CM face in the upcoming elections?
I think you have been reading something which does not exist on the tweet. Neither on the first tweet you are referring to or to the other one. I have raised certain concerns as a congressman.
Congress appeared split over who will be its 2022 election face.
संगठन के प्रमुख और मुखिया सरदार नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू हैं। कांग्रेस की सरकार के मुखिया और चेहरे सरदार चरणजीत सिंह चन्नी हैं। और ये दोनों हमारे मित्र पंजाब का चुनाव मिलकर लड़ेंगे।
सिर्फ ये एक प्रेसिडेंट और सीएम की बात नहीं है, इसके पीछे बहुत एक जबरदस्त एक मुहिम चलती है जिसमें सीनियर लीडर इन्वॉल्व होते हैं। ये मैं किसी का नाम नहीं लेना चाहता, बहुत खतरनाक रोल दिल्ली से प्ले होना शुरू हो जाता है।
BSP chief Mayawati, who in alliance with the Akalis is eyeing the backward class votes, called it a Congress election time stunt to hoodwink the Dalits.
इनको व अन्य विरोधी पार्टियों को भी मुसीबत में ही या फिर मजबूरी में ही दलित वर्ग के लोग केवल इन्हें याद आते हैं।
Congress's Punjab woes do not end there. Sulking former Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh stayed away from the oath ceremony, signalling that the war of Sardars is not over yet.
For now, it seems there is a correctional statement which has been given by Harish Rawat, but it also means that in the upcoming times ahead, there has to be a clear point where the High Command has to ensure that the warring factions make peace with each other and they themselves do not aggravate the fight. With camera person Pawan, this is Kamaljit Sandhu in Chandigarh for India Today.
So let's go across now on the ground to Punjab. My colleague Manjeet Sehgal through the weekend has been tracking these developments. Manjeet, while many would appreciate that Punjab has a Dalit face as a chief minister, is it very clear and is it something that we can definitely say that the Dalit representation for now is simply a permutation combination to garner more votes? Aam Aadmi Party appears to be hinting and aiming at a similar vote bank. Shiromani Akali Dal already will be doing its calculations. So more than perhaps doing something for the Dalits on the ground, it is more to do with how many people will look at this development and vote the party. Manjeet.
Well, Pooja, you said it right that Congress is in fact eyeing 2022 elections and Dalits in Punjab form over 32% of the electorate. So Congress is clearly eyeing 2022 elections. As far as representation to Dalits is concerned, the Congress has announced and made a Dalit as a chief minister for next 4 months, which is being questioned not only by the opposition parties but also by the Dalit leaders. The opposition parties say that this is a stopgap arrangement and the the real face of 2022 elections will be somebody else. Maybe one of the leaders has hinted that Navjot Singh Sidhu will be the party's face in 2022 elections. Also objected by a faction led by the former Punjab Congress Committee Chief Sunil Jakhar and others. So the infighting is not over. The opposition parties had earlier announced, for instance, the Shiromani Akali Dal. They had announced that if Akali Dal forms a government in Punjab, the Deputy Chief Minister will be a Dalit. Aam Aadmi Party also announced the same. Even Bharatiya Janata Party went ahead and announced that a Dalit will be the Chief Minister.
So
but
how much,
now,
yes.
as Congress has made a Dalit Chief Minister, what remains?
That's true. What you're telling us, Manjeet, is that the Congress party has also jumped in. What you're looking on your screen, the first Dalit Chief Minister for the state of Punjab, anytime heading for elections, but how much is for Dalits on the ground? How much will it be just as a calculation? Remember, if in Uttar Pradesh, it was the factor of religion, in the state of Punjab, it is the caste factor. Now let me take you to the state of Gujarat, the home state of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah. Take a look, 182 seats for Gujarat. Bharatiya Janata Party has been ruling it for the past few terms. Congress Party at a close 77, and then Shiromani Akali Dal and other parties as well. It is very likely that the BJP is expecting to return. I want to take you to Uttar Pradesh. Remember how Asaduddin Owaisi was targeting UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath over the Abbajan comment. In Gujarat, however, he has decided to go ahead and literally land up at a prison. That's right, a Sabarmati Central Prison, where he wanted to meet Uttar Pradesh former Member of Parliament and jailed mafia don Atiq Ahmed. So he didn't want to communalize the situation in Uttar Pradesh, but is definitely willing to do it for the state of Gujarat. He made a pit stop at the Sabarmati Central Prison, wanted to meet, but he was denied permission by the prison administration. The authorities denied him on the grounds that, one, there is a COVID protocol, and also that he's not exactly a blood relative, not a family, to be able to meet Atiq Ahmed, who is presently behind bars. Who is this Atiq Ahmed, who you're looking at on your screen? He's a history sheeter on record with at least 96 murder cases against him, including the killing of Bahujan Samaj Party MLA Raju Pal in 2005 in Allahabad. He was then even transferred to the high-security Sabarmati Central Prison in 2019, and Owaisi had come to meet him, was denied permission. Remember, he had defended the decision to field Atiq from his party by claiming BJP also had several lawmakers with several criminal charges against him, and therefore, what is wrong with him also supporting Atiq Ahmed?
अतीक साहब यहाँ साबरमती जेल में है, तो हम लेटर लिखे, ईमेल भी किए सुप्रीडेंट साहब को साबरमती जेल के कि हमको मिलने की इजाज़त दीजिए। वो हमको मिलने की इजाज़त तो नहीं दिए। वहाँ लोकल पुलिस ने हमसे कहा कि आप बाहर ही नहीं निकल सकते होटल के, डिटेन कर लेंगे। तो मालूम हो गया कि बीजेपी का इस तरह का बर्ताव हमसे वो जनता देख रही है। जिस पे टेररिस्ट चार्जेस थे, तो क्या बीजेपी जाके नहीं मिली उन लोगों से? जो ख्वाजा अजमेरी के बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट में कन्विक्ट हुए, जब उनको हाई कोर्ट ने बेल दी तो उनको जुलूस की शक्ल में लेकर गया था यहाँ पर, जब वो गांव गए अपने वापस। मामला ऐसा है ना कि अगर नाम अतीक हो या मुख्तार हो या शहाब हो, तो गिल्टी अंटिल प्रूवन इनोसेंट, और दूसरों को इनोसेंट अंटिल प्रूवन गिल्टी, ये दो मियार है।